Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Cronkite Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. I got my man Mike Patterson in the building. And I want you to get on the phone and call somebody and tell them I am the 5-star general. It was on and cracker late in the day at Madison High School. But in my Ice Cube voice, it ain't over, motherfucker. That's all I can tell you. But tonight we gonna talk about it. Let's get to it. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking time out to hang out with me every single night and do what I do. I really appreciate it. There is no news that I want to talk about tonight. So we're going to dive straight into this thing. Hold on a second, y'all. We're going to dive straight into this thing, and we're going to get this thing jumping. I want to welcome Mike Patterson to the show tonight. Mike is a James Madison High School alumni. One of the guys that leave it on the float for James Madison. And tonight we're going to have a discussion because we know about the situation at Madison a little more in depthly than some people actually know about. How you doing, Mike?
Man, I'm good, man. How you doing, man? Man, it's been a wild day today, bro.
I'm a little tired, but it is what it is. And, I had to get out there and do what I had to do for them kids. And I ain't got no issues about it. Now, here's the thing, y'all. We're going to dive into this thing. So, Mike, if it's cool with you, if we run over an hour, then we just run over an hour because it's a lot that we got to unpack out this suitcase called this James Madison situation. For the last 3 to 4 years, Carlotta Brown Outley has been the principal at James Madison High School. It's been a tumultuous 3 to 4 years. It's been a tumultuous 3 to 4 years over there at that high school. Everything that you could think happened. But what I want to say is James Madison High School is no different than a lot of other high schools in the Houston Independent School District. So some of the things that are going on at James Madison High School actually goes on every day at other high schools. So that doesn't make them any worse than any of these other high schools. So I'm not finna throw Madison under the bus. That's not going to happen. James Madison High School is a great institution, has a great history, a great legacy. And the thing that bothers me the most is for the last 3 to 4 years, people have wrapped their arms around somebody who at this moment looks like they don't give a damn about no kids. And that's the only thing that I can say. I mean, I caught a lot of flack today, and I didn't go recruiting Mike to be on the show. Mike called me because we talk all the time. And Mike wanted to be on the show because he is a James Madison alumni. So, all day long, those kids went out there. They left it on the floor. They protested. And they protested in a very peaceful way. They protested in a very respectful way. And it is what it is. And a lot of you grown people, and we'll dive into that a little bit later as we're unpacking this suitcase, a lot of you grown people really need to learn how to shut your mouth because the disrespect that some of y'all talk about is crazy. Mike, introduce yourself. Tell them who you is. Go ahead.
Man, my name is Michael Patterson, man. Like you said, I'm a James Madison alumni. I came out in '95. I'm also a pastor in the area. I'm on Channel 17 as an evangelist here in Houston. And so, I have a lot of insight on what's been happening over at James Madison because just like Jerry gets those phone calls, I get phone calls, messages, and the same exact thing. Of course, Jerry gets more because his name's already out there more. But, it's been since I got involved in this about over a year ago, it's probably been about 15, 16 months since I first got the first messages from fellow alumni and some parents to get involved with this so that we could stand up to Carlotta Brown, the bully is what we call her. And so they wanted me to stand up to her because they were saying that she was doing things. And so as I got into it more and more and more and more, it started opening my eyes to things that was happening. And I'm just not comfortable with all the things that were transpiring. So that's why I got involved in this whole thing. And that's who I am. Want me to keep going, Jerry? Okay, well, so I guess about a year ago, when I first got the phone call, they were saying that about the football coach, about how he was sending text messages calling the kids a bunch of niggers. And I didn't believe him at first until they sent me the text message, and I saw it with my own eyes, because he was an African American man himself. And he mentioned it in a very, very disrespectful way. The way he said it, and he said the kids had no home training. The kids was disrespectful, and that's true. But they're a reflection of you. You're the head coach. They're a reflection of you. If you're leading the kids properly, then they're going to fall in line. And they're not gonna just be disrespectful and disrespect you as a person. And he felt like they were disrespecting him as a person, and that's how the whole thing kind of got started for me. Over the last year, it's just been constant stuff that's going on. And then it kind of hit a head when Carlotta actually messaged me. She wrote on my Facebook page, and she's not even a friend of mine. And I don't let anybody who's not a friend of mine, like right now, I probably received about 30 friend requests from people in the Houston area. If I don't know you, I don't add people to my Facebook page. So I'm sorry for those who've been adding me, who've been adding me and wanting me to add you back. I'm not going to do it because I don't know you. I only add those people who I know personally. And that's just how I rock and roll. Nothing personal with nobody. It's just I don't like putting out my personal business to people that I don't really know. And so that's why I haven't responded to you guys' friend requests, and I'm not going to. But moving forward, though, today was crazy. I guess we can start out yesterday when we went to the Academy White building to have a sit down meeting with the area superintendent and the SSO of the school of HIZ Bush, and we sat down in the room and we were talking to him, and as we were going through the motions, just talking about some of the issues that we had, we found out that it came out in the meeting that I felt like someone who was in the meeting was giving Carlotta Brown protection and keeping those kids in that feeling to where they feeling like they being in prison. That's why the kids initially reached out to me personally, because they felt like they were being imprisoned. They felt like they didn't have a say so. They felt like Carlotta Brown was mistreating them. And then has this thing kind of hit ahead. We found out that the football coach has been a pervert. There's stuff that people have asked me not to speak about, so I'm not. That went on with the coach last year, about his perverted ways. And so I'm not going to speak on it. I'm going to give people that respect. You know what I mean? I'm going to give them that respect. But hold on.
On the war zone, we tell the real. The people want to know the real. And people that protect grown folk, that's their business. We don't protect nobody around here. Say what you gotta say. Because if you don't say it, I'm gonna say it.
Like in the meeting with the SSO and the area superintendent, it was said that Carlotta Brown had a sexual relationship with the head football coach. And like I said, I can't speak to that because I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what was said in the meeting by other people who were in the meeting. It was also said in the meeting that the football coach had sexually harassed several teachers on campus, and Carlotta Brown covered it up. And then someone in the meeting covered that up. And so from what was said, because they're supposed to be friends. And then also it was also said in the meeting that, man, there was so much stuff to unpack. There was several emails that were read, and those emails, some of them were from kids describing the hell that they call Madison, Some were from Carlotta Brown herself, who was actually implicating herself in things, which I didn't understand because I mean, she's an educator and she claims to be really, really a smart lady. Why would she implicate herself in so many different areas? I didn't understand that. I thought that was just I don't know. To me, it kind of showed that she would her boldness, like she didn't care, like she feels like she's untouchable.
Well,
And
I want to speak on her boldness for a second.
go ahead.
This lady walks around like she's untouchable. She's made comments in the past that she's connected to board members. And, she's been connected to board members through the AKA sorority.
Right.
But that's, in a sense, still would not allow her not to be dealt with eventually.
Yeah.
There's something else that she has over this school district that will not allow them to touch her. Now, I know that she watches my page. So, ma'am, I'm going to speak directly to you. I know for a fact that you cheated on the STAR test many years at Peck Elementary. The district allowed you to cheat on the STAR test at Peck Elementary. Now, what I recommend you do is go get you an attorney and sue me for what I just said. That way I get discovery in a court of law and I can prove it in a court of law. HISD knows that you cheated because they allowed you to cheat. So therefore, no matter what you do, they can't touch you.
Yeah.
Because if they touch you, you could turn this district into Atlanta.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how you cheated, especially you remember all the special ed kids that got some of the highest scores on the STAR test in the school. How does a nonverbal kid pull that off? That doesn't happen. Not in the realistic world. That does not happen. So she has something on them. Now we're talking about somebody who, for a while, I respected. I would go by the office at Peck. I would sit in the office, eat popcorn with her. We were cool. But the one thing I know about me is when you do something to kids, that relationship is over. So what she has over their head is an Atlanta type situation with cheating on state mandated tests. The same way that y'all cheated on the state mandated test your first year at Madison, because I know teachers who gave the test to kids and they did not finish the test, but yet they got the scores that was needed to pass it. Sue me. I will take you in a courtroom and embarrass you. So that's what she has on them, and that's why they can't do anything about her. I'm looking at a teacher right now that was with her at Peck, Cynthia Turner, on my other page. And she's saying one word: facts. She was there when you were cheating. She was there when the district allowed you to cheat. Now, Millard House, let me tell you something. I deal with the head Negroes in charge. You got a brand new superintendent, am I correct, Mike?
That's right.
With all this foolishness going on right now, what would the average person do if they were in charge of the school district? They would sit her down. But
they would have already removed her from the campus.
She ain't been removed.
No.
She ain't been removed. I'm telling you, they scared to move her because she gonna bust them. I'm telling you what it is right now. Say, man, I make some bold statements. But you notice ain't nobody never had the guts or the nuts to actually ever sue me in a court of law for slander. Because if you sue me in a court of law for slander, then I get discovery. I get to prove it. Turn your phone down, Mike.
I got you.
I get to prove it in a court of law. So this is the reason why they will not touch her. She can get away with half-naked parties and all kinds of. And they, you know what's so crazy? I'm telling you, that ain't the first half-naked party that was had on a school campus with her. I never said anything about the days, young lady, that you force people to leave in your truck and go wash it on school time with school money. I never said anything about when your first husband died that you took money from the school to do the bereavement at the school, but yet you made the kitchen staff cook all the food. You didn't pay them overtime. I know all this. And I don't understand how one person can trump 1,600 children. One person is more important than 1,600 children. None of you people in HISD have guts. I have no respect for the administration of HISD because I know one thing, Mike, and I want you to speak on it. If this was going on at a white school, the principal would have been removed yesterday.
Well, I can speak to that because I actually grew up in a Missouri, well, Quail Valley, Missouri City area, and I went to predominantly white schools. So I can tell you that nothing like this ever has transpired. And even if something like this had transpired, they would have been gone immediately. That's what bothers me. Like, she's still there. That's what bothers me. You know, the bully is still there to bully these kids. You know, I want to unpack some other stuff like that I found out tonight. You want to unpack that now? Or you want to later?
You had some thunder asked, did she cheat or did she cheat for the children? When she left Peck and she came to Madison, she brought her whole administrative staff from an elementary school to a high school. Nobody on their staff almost, I think you might have a couple of people, they are not high school certified. All of these people are elementary school certified. You bring all these people over there with you. You put them in the same positions that you had them in Peck, and y'all ran the same schemes. Now, I want you to look at the scores and the way that they jumped when she got there. Those gains have never been made in HISD history on the STAR test. They have never been done. So these people that she brought, and Aaron, I know you finna get deleted, dude. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. It's been proven. You're a Carlotta fan. You're a Paula Harris fan. Negro. If somebody was dragging me like this, I'd sue him for slander. Why they won't sue me, dog? Because I'm going to say it slow for you again. I get discovery in a court of law, and I get to prove it. I'm not going to sit here and prove this on no damn Facebook. TEA know what the hell going on. HISD know what the hell them went on. It is what it is. So
hey,
the
man,
bottom line is,
she
is. Y'all see what I don't get is every time I say something, I got to keep repeating my damn self. I got to keep saying it over and over. And the more I say it over and over, it always comes true. And then, oh, he was telling the truth. Motherfucker, I don't have to lie. And I'm hot right now because why do black children and brown children have to go through this? We being done by our own people. Let's unpack what really went on, what's going on the Madison campus, Mike.
Let's do that. So
let's unpack what's going on. One, got a lot of drugs on the campus. Just
yes.
like a lot of other schools got a lot of drugs on the campus. You got a lot of fighting on the campus.
Yes.
Like a lot of other schools got a lot of fighting on the campus. They having sex in the toilets. They having sex on the roof. Now, you know what? I'm a grown-ass man. And I ain't never had sex on an open roof. They having sex on the roof. Now listen to what I said. Drugs, sex, violence, all of this going on. Not enough teachers, not enough substitutes. Kids are not learning. They said it today, they're not learning nothing. But hold on a second. All this is going on. Does the principal know they're having sex on the roof? Does the principal know that they're bringing drugs to the school? Does the principal know about the fights? Yes, she's addressed it in the emails.
Yep.
I heard the recordings today from kids where she's on the morning announcements telling them they shouldn't be screwing in the bathrooms. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Do we send our kids to school to go through all of this? And then the first thing people want to say, they have no home training. Well, the home sent them to the school. The school has to do the reinforcement of the training. But when you take a wild animal and you let him out in the world, he gonna be a wild animal. So when you drop him off at the school and they can do anything, the woman walks down the hall and smells the weed. Now, the reason that me and Mike know this is true, because we saw the emails where she addressed it.
This is facts. This is facts.
Last night, somebody airdropped, and I don't even know how to airdrop, so you can't blame that on Monroe. I got an iPhone, but I don't know what an airdrop is. Somebody airdropped the audio of these coaches. They say, well, it's 2 different tapes. It's been spliced together. I don't give a damn if you sliced it together 40 times. Why are you having that type of discussion in a school setting? You see what I'm saying? Okay, but here the kicker. Monday, Mike, just answer the question for me. Was there a meeting with the football coaches and the team Monday?
There was a meeting on Monday in the weight room.
So was the principal at the meeting, Mike?
The principal was present at the meeting. Actually, the principal was conducting the meeting.
And what did the principal tell the coaches about the airdropped audio that we now have that's all over the country? What did she tell them about that audio, Mike?
Well, she wasn't just, talking to the coaches per se. She was talking to the students directly, and she threatened the students, saying to the students that if this gets out, I'm going to find out who did it, I'm going to have you expelled from school. Then in the next,
what's she trying to buy him out with, Mike?
Hey man, she didn't want that video getting out. And she knew that if it got out to you, if it got out to me, if it got out to someone else, Sean, or whoever it may have been, if it got out to somebody, that it was going to get played, it was going to be national news like it is right now. So it is national news.
What was the deal she tried to cut, Mike?
She told the kids that she told the kids in the meeting, if you do not release this video on Friday, I will have the food trucks come here for you guys at lunch, which I thought was kind of crazy because they still got to pay.
Hold on.
But that's what the deal was. She made with them.
So
she made a deal with them.
Tried to make a deal that if this now exposed and airdropped audio was not exposed, that she would bring the food trucks to the school. I know you're not lying, and you want to know why? Because I got a text today from somebody on your administration. Let me clear up something for her. First of all, you always get it wrong with who you think giving me my information. One, you thought somebody was giving me my information 2 years ago. You were totally wrong. Now you think somebody giving me my information. Now you're totally wrong. And I'm good that you think that, because that tell me you ain't did your homework. Somebody on your administration is a mole. and they verified everything that Mike just said. That you tried to buy them kids off and the silence of them coaches by promising them that you would bring food trucks to the school. So therefore, she knew. This is my problem, Mike, and then you can speak.
Yeah.
When there's an allegation of this magnitude on a campus,
yes,
according to district policy, if somebody was assaulted or there's an accusation of a sexual assault, then you have to immediately report it to CPS. That was never done. There's no documentation that backs that up. District policy was not followed, and that's what it is. I want to address you, JT, because I'm not talking about Travis Scott and Astroworld tonight. These kids kill people, can't follow rules, tearing gates down, and all ISD students from all over. Let's do a show on they bad asses. Hell no. I ain't talking about that tonight. I'm talking about little black girls that were sexually assaulted by these nasty-ass coaches from James Madison High School. Now, if you can't deal with that, I need you to step away, big homie. I need you to step away. This is what we're talking about tonight. So, Mike, how do you feel knowing that she knew? We come out there on a Thursday, 4 days, that she knew. They never sent a notice home. They never said anything. It's been covered up. And we're talking about the exploitation of African-American girls on a school campus.
And Latino girls. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean all of them. So
yeah, it's pretty sickening, man. You know, listen, you know, when I initially got that video and then you called me and asked me, did I hear about it? I was still like stunned and at a loss for words because I couldn't believe what it was I just heard, you know, them saying, you know. And so I said, man, what you want to do with this, dog?
Hold on, I want to see something. Hold on a second. Cynthia Lee Turner, put a mask on, inbox me your email address you worked for, cover your identity up, bring your ass on here right now. You were at Peck when she was doing it. Tell these people the truth. And I'm saying that in a nice way because that's my sister. Got love for her. But I need her to tell y'all the truth. Go ahead, Mike. She might do it, she might not. If she don't, I ain't mad at her.
Well, you know, first of all, there's nothing funny. I saw a comment. There's nothing funny. I'm just always a jovial guy. That's just who I am. But anyway, so I asked you, I said, hey, dog, what you want to do with this? You said, man, I don't give a damn. Well, you said, hey, man, this is the language you said. It ain't my language, but this is what you said, man. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. And so I said, okay, cool. So I uploaded it. I put it on my Facebook, and you know, for the whole world to see it. And so initially, you know, you get these ignorant parents, and these parents are the problem clearly because instead of seeing the big picture, they're blaming me, saying that I fixed the video, that you know, whatever it was they were trying to say that, you know, happened, you know, whatever. And I want to tell everybody this. The video had been out, like we just talked about. The video had been out a couple weeks already. Carlotta had already got it. And so then she started trying to bribe the kids. She threatened them and bribing the kids so that the video didn't get out further because she didn't want to get in our hands. So, you know, I had no hand in touching that video. And it bothers me that people were trying to say that I doctored the video or something. But I don't even know. Anybody can tell you, like just a minute ago, logging on to this damn TV, this damn show, I didn't even know how to do it. I was sitting there, Jerry, can I do this? Jerry, he said, Mike, just get on. You know, I'm not the techie guy. So I don't understand all that tech stuff. So I'm not that guy to do anything like that. Second of all, I have integrity, and I'm not gonna be the person to do some craziness like that. Those things really bothered me because people that don't know me are accusing me of being a scumbag like this woman is. This woman's a proven scumbag. You know, from her lying, saying the school got shot up when in fact students were fighting and busted out the window, and then you have to perpetrate the whole fraud completely by having them stand outside the rain the next morning and having to go through a metal detector and get wanded to come into the door while it was raining. And then you tell them, if you late to class, you have to go to ISS, in school suspension, just to cover up the lie that the kids broke out that window in a fight. Didn't nobody shoot up Madison? The kids broke out the window. Now, how do I know this? Because some kids told me. How does Jerry know this? Because some kids emailed Jerry and told him. We know this is to be fact. We know this is true. But she told the district this. This is something that came up in our meeting the other day with the district, with the superintendent. It came up again right there because she lied to these people, had them think somebody was trying to shoot up the school when it's just these knuckleheads fighting because she has no institutional control over those kids.
Well,
it's
sad.
It's
not having institutional control. I think it's about a bonus at the end of the year. I think it's about not reporting all the violent things that are going on the campus, all the drug stuff that's going on the campus, because it messes with your campus bonus at the end of the year. Right. And that's what I think she cares more about. In all actuality, yes, I've answered you, sweetheart. We are. And I'll get to why we're doing it. And she asked me, are they protesting tomorrow again? Yeah, I mean, the thing is
as long as Carlotta Brown is in that building, we need to protest every freaking day. So HISD can open their eyes and see it.
You're gonna have to take your behind off and come hang out with me then. Because I got a bad leg, but I was out there all day with them. They had to get me a chair.
Well, hold on, I went out there tonight. Yeah. You know that I went out there tonight.
Over with tonight. They're gonna be out there tomorrow.
But I took that day off on Wednesday, man.
That I want people to understand is Gary Monroe's not making them go out there and protest. Mike Patterson is not making them go out there and protest. They have made up their mind that if this lady does not come off this campus, they are not going to set foot in them classrooms. Now, I want to talk to my women, no matter what ethnicity you are. I want to talk to you moms. I want to talk to you aunties, you sisters. I want to talk to y'all. You constantly say that men don't protect you. You constantly say we don't do our jobs. Well, you know what? I saw a whole bunch of brothers, Latino brothers, black brothers this morning, white brothers, that decided they would stand up for their female classmates. I think those kids should be applauded.
Yeah.
They stood up for their female classmates. So the thing is, those that have a problem with those children going out there and protesting, especially you Madison alumni that seem to have a problem with it, I want to check you right now. Because you know what? You ain't no better than them sorry-ass Yates alumni. You know why I say that? Because you don't go to Madison and give no money for no damn scholarship. You don't go tutor no goddamn kids at Madison. You don't do shit at Madison. Only thing you do is show up for the homecoming party at the ranch.
Yeah.
But you got a problem with the people doing the work. You feel what I'm saying? You got a problem with people doing the work. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You know, I got accused of this. I got accused of that yesterday, man. And so I had to check someone that I graduated with. You know, she was saying that we should be doing the footwork and not the kids. I said, well, you mean the footwork like missing a day of work to go sit in the HISD building to have a meeting with the SSO, the superintendent, and then having taken a meeting with the investigator on this entire case, spending all day long in the damn HISD building on a day where I could have been at work making money. I mean, and not that money's that important, but I mean, come on, guys, I don't miss work. I mean, I missed one day of work in the past 2 days, 2 days of work in the past 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I mean, I don't miss work. I mean, I go to work every single day, and so, for people for her to come at me with that was very disheartening, and then I know her and she tried to say that I doctored the video, man. The only thing that kept me from—
you don't have to keep beating a dead horse. You didn't doctor no video. you posted the video that I sent to you.
Okay, so there it is.
Was sent to me.
Yeah.
It came to me and I sent it to you. I ain't got time to sit there and doctor no video, because the only way that me or you could doctor the video is if we had the 2 originals. And we didn't
Yeah.
have the 2 originals. So there's no way
Right.
we could have doctored the video. The issue is not the fact that it was doctored. To me, the issue is whatever was said on there. Words are like bullets. Once you shoot them, you can't take them back.
Right.
So you said what you said on there.
Yeah. They said what they said on there. And then people are listening, and this is something else that's been going. People say, well, I didn't hear him talk about no kids. Yes. So in the very beginning, I want everybody, you can go to my page, go to my Facebook page, you can see it, it's posted up. The very beginning of the video, the guy, one of the coaches, first of all, the guys who were talking are the football coaches at Madison High School. Okay, that's who's talking on the video. That's why Andre Walker could verify who was who and knew who was being talked, what was being said on the video, because he knows his coaches. He knows their voices. They get hired, but of course he knows them all. Well, anyway, so in the very beginning, he says, man, and y'all excuse my language. I don't talk like this. Y'all excuse my language, what I'm about to say. He said, man, it was me, Narcisse, and 2 other guys. He says their names. And we were standing outside, and that girl had walked by, and Narcisse said, I want some of that pussy. Now, that was a student. They were talking about a student when he said, I want some of that pussy. The head football coach, Narcisse, said, I want some of that pussy when one of the female students walked by. That's what the words that came out of his mouth. I want some of that pussy. So yes, they talked about girls. Then he went on to say, like, I don't know, 5-6 seconds later, man, we gonna mess around and go to jail behind one of these girls. Y'all have to listen to the video. Y'all acting like y'all can't hear or something, because I can hear all this very clearly. And my hearing ain't really that great. I'm telling you what was said in the video. Now, I'm not trying to make something up and say, oh, this, no, I'm telling you what I can hear clearly in the video. The man said, Narcisse yelled out, I want some of that pussy. Then he said, man, we're going to mess around and go to jail behind one of these girls. Now, I mean, I can't speak to nothing else other than say they got to be talking about a student if they're talking about going to jail behind one of these girls. So then you have to ask yourself, are they having sex with him? Well, if he says, you got to use your context clues. Everybody's, you can figure stuff out. If he says, we're going to mess around and go to jail behind one of these girls, he must be talking about students, which make you believe that they having sex with students as well. Now, like I said, those are words that actually said, you can actually go to my page. Monroe has it on his page. I tagged him on it. Go and you can listen to the entire 2-minute and 43-second. Now, yes, there are 2 audios together. Yes. One was at the beginning of the conversation, and after he made that comment about going to jail, and they said some other stuff, then I add audio cuts and the next one comes in. Just like on your phone, and we all have those phones in which we can actually record audio. We know that we can press record, it'll record, you stop it, and then you do another one, and they compress. We know that because I've done that before, and I'm not a savvy person on phones and all that other stuff, but I can tell you that's what happens. And so they took that and they gave that, and the guy kept saying, but I'm expendable. So that leads me to believe that the head coach had told him, man, he was expendable. So he was pissed off. So yeah, it was a setup. It was a setup like I ain't never seen before, but they fell for the bait and said all the rest of the stuff. This isn't the first time Narcisse been set up. Because the text messages when he called the kids a bunch of niggers, that was a setup as well. But he fell for it. These people who are educating our kids, they're not the brightest people in the room because they keep on doing dumb stuff over and over and over and over and over again. So then let's move forward. Yes, they talked about the head. He said, man, nah. He said, one of the coaches said, man, somebody had called me. He said, man, you'll never believe what's going on. He said, what? Man, this bitch back here sucking my dick. I don't talk like this. He said, man, this bitch back here sucking my dick and Narcisse finger fucking this bitch. It said, man, and the guy said, man, you bullshitting. No, man. He said, no, for real. He said, yeah. And then the same guy who was recording, he says, man, tell the truth. Was Narcisse back to eating that pussy when he was finger fucking that girl? This is all taking place on campus. These things were all happening on campus. Was Narcisse eating that pussy when he was finger fucking that girl? Is what was said in the video. And then they said they start talking about some the teacher, the principal from Welch, the Hispanic lady, I think. And then that's when the video cuts off. All those facts are right there in the audio. All you have to do is just go in there, cut off all the noise that's in the room, cut off all the TV and everything else, and don't have nobody saying nothing, and just listen to what is being said, and you can clearly hear exactly what I just told you I heard. And so it's troubling because I think that at some point there's going to be some girls that come out and say Narcisse has been having sex with her because they said it. We gonna mess around and go to jail behind one of these girls. They said it. So somebody's doing something with one of these girls in a way to where they think they're gonna go to jail behind it. So I mean, this whole thing is upsetting, and the fact that people won't listen, the people just want to do what they want to do or listen to what they want to listen to and not tell the whole truth, just a piece of what they want. They say, people, y'all need to learn this, blah, blah. No, you need to shut up and pay attention. And here's something else that the point that's not even being discussed. Okay, you guys are parents of students at James Madison High School. Okay, the ones that were coming at me. You guys are parents. That means you have students, children who are attending James Madison High School right now. Okay, why then are these students reaching out to Jerry Monroe? Why then are these students reaching out to Mike Patterson? Why are these students reaching out to us and not you, the parents? Why are they not reaching? Why are they not telling you these things that they telling us? Why are they not telling you these things that they messaging to us? Why are they not telling you? Because they have no rapport with you. Because they don't trust you as parents. Because they know you're gonna say blame them and say X, Y, and Z. There's nothing there. So they got to reach out to somebody else. And then the thing about it is, we see it all to be fact. Everything that I have looked up and tried to find answer to, I found, and it's all true. There is nothing there. There's nothing I have posted or nothing there that is not true. Everything is factual. We need to stop trying to blame Jerry Monroe. We need to stop trying to blame Mike Patterson. We need to start looking in the mirror. Because if your kids trusted you, they would come to you and tell you what Carlotta Brown is doing. And let me
say this here, Mike, because I want it clearly understood. I don't care if they blame me 24/7. In the immortal words of my mama, God bless her. She in heaven, Mike.
Yeah, God bless her.
The way my mama would say it, you kiss my ass. I don't care who you blame. Monroe ain't did nothing.
Yep.
Don't blame the messenger. Listen to the message. But I tell you what we did find today. You just said something that's amazing because it did happen. There was a 16-year-old girl that walked up to me. And she said, Mr. Monroe, can I talk to you? And I say, yeah, baby, you can talk to me. She say, Coach tried me. What? This 16-year-old girl got on my live. That's what I was just looking for. I was trying to find it, but I got to figure out if I can get to it. And got on my live. She told her whole story of this Madison football coach trying her. The exact way that perverts and pedophiles work, promising her he had connections at college. Let me give you my number and all this foolishness. But she got a little bit bolder, Mike. When she's finished doing it on the live, because I made her turn the camera around so nobody could see her face. She got bold. She grabbed the bullhorn and she said it live in front of everybody.
Damn.
She said it live in front of everybody.
Wow.
So the thing is, when you have a child that's going to say that, And what she said is she reported it to the administration. She reported it to the principal. And all they did was shame her. They made it her fault.
That's something that the students have been saying to me also in messages that the principal, instead of going at the people who are adults in the situation, or even the boys, because the teenagers. Come on, we were teenagers. We know we were a bunch of horny people, especially us dudes. We were horny all the time. I think a parent I talked to today, she said, I have a teenage son that's 16. He wakes up in the morning with a heart on every morning. That's what a parent told me today.
To Ray says she's proud of that black queen for talking to Ray. She ain't the only one that started talking. These people over here, I'm trying to figure out, I remember James Madison from having that monster band back in the day, the monster football teams, even before Vince Young with the Giles brothers and Darrell Bush and all them boys.
Man, 95 was the first one to win district.
Yeah, okay, but Madison resembles a whole house right now. It's a bunch of pimping and pandering going on in Madison. This is one step short of sex trafficking going on in Madison, where you're manipulating kids to have sex with them for the possibility of you hooking them up with people that can get them scholarships.
Monroe, hold on. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Whoever LaTanya is, the reason I know so much shit is because these students message me and tell me everything. Because these teachers call me and tell me what's going on at Madison. That's why I know so much shit. To answer your question, Miss LaTanya Whittington.
Get back to what I was doing.
Go ahead, baby.
Let me stop you, LaTanya. Mike 100. What I am at Yates is what Mike is at Madison. Ain't nothing Mike said tonight that was wrong. Everything he said was the truth. So I need you to kind of kick back and just suck the information up and analyze it. These girls are going through pure hell at this school with this lady that's not doing what she's supposed to do. And these kids are vulnerable to this foolishness that is going on. But I will tell you,
yeah,
the Houston Independent School District is at fault.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes. And they've been covering it up.
But you know what?
Covering it up.
Hold on, Mike. They know what's going on. But them ain't nothing but them little wetback and nigger kids over there. They don't care.
Yeah.
That's how they feel. Because they would not allow this to happen at a white school.
Not at Lamar.
It wouldn't go on. Oh, they've covered up several rapes at Lamar.
Yeah.
They've covered up. But what I'm saying, for that principal to have an African-American principal at one of their schools, oh no, they'd be fired on the spot. They would be fired on the spot.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. These kids are not lying. It is what it is. You have to have dialogue, like Kenitra Walker said. So these parents have to have an open dialogue with their kids. She said, my kids tell me all kind of crap, and there's so much stuff they didn't tell me. It's a lot of stuff that these kids are not saying. You have to understand that you have to go to work, and these kids got to go to Madison and deal with Carlotta Brown.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, she's putting them through pure hell. You're sitting there, ma'am, like you're good, that you can't be touched. And I don't know who that Negro is that's your fiance, but he really need to look at himself and kick your dusty wig wearing ass to the curve. Because if you allowing this to go on, you wouldn't allow this to go on with your niece. Remember your niece that went to Yates? Imagine if somebody was messing with her at Yates. Oh, you'd have tore that place up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is HISD knows what's going on. Now let's talk about today. The deal was that we were going to get the kids into the auditorium so that they could talk to the district officials. I already knew that she wouldn't want me in the auditorium. Now I'm not banned from no campuses. Let me Put them 3 fingers up. That's $300K. I'm not banned from no campuses. But she didn't want me to go in the auditorium. Okay, cool. I told the kids in front of the district administrator, I don't have to go in. They can go in. They can talk to y'all. The kids told them if Mr. Monroe ain't going in, we ain't going in. At that point, I'm out here. If they out here, I'm out here with my babies, man. And I'm going to tell you something. All of them were respectful. All of them were respectful. Not one kid disrespected me today. Not one kid disrespected a cop. It didn't happen. So those that feel it is what it is, that these kids are lying, you the one that's messed up in the brain. And this is why so many black girls end up getting raped consistently and repeatedly. Because when they tell it to you, you don't want to believe them. Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, it's disheartening, man. This whole thing is just disheartening. Just from a person who went to Madison as an alum, and just to hear some of these stories that these kids are telling in my inbox to Mr. Monroe, to and parents mad and upset and angry. But you should be looking yourself in the mirror, because why are they coming to me and Monroe? Why are they coming to Jerry Monroe? Why are they coming to Mike Patterson? Why are they not telling you this stuff?
Hold on, Mike. We need to go on and get this straight, man. I'm from 3rd Ward, Texas. Born and raised. I'm a Yates Lion till I die.
Yeah.
Why the hell is a Yates Lion over here dealing with Madison Marlins?
Yeah.
Because you motherfucking fished and jumped out the pond and you ain't going back and help your people.
Oh, man, hold up, man.
No, they ain't helping their people.
Yeah.
I don't mind going here. But that's what the problem is. They want a shot call and run their mouth, but they have the same transportation me and you have. They have the same ability to go over there, but yet they don't go. But then you want to
talk about us for doing it.
You can't question my motives. Because remember, I don't have one kid at James Madison.
Yeah.
Not one child is at James Madison that I gave birth, that my people gave birth to for me. But I'm there standing up for them. And I don't care if you get mad. I don't give a damn. But why are we protecting? I want to know this here. Maybe you know, Mike. Why are we protecting these pedophiles? Why are we protecting people that have been allegedly accused of messing with these children? Why would anybody protect these type of people?
Well, that's a question that we need to be asking Carlotta Brown, because Carlotta Brown has continually protected the football coach, has continually protected him through several sexual situations in the past. I'm going to say in the past year, I know for a fact that she has continually protected him. There was some stuff last year that she protected him. In fact, she threatened the person that was involved in it, one of the persons that was involved with it, and the other person didn't come forward and say anything because she had heard what had happened to that person that did say something. So listen, today isn't the first time, or yesterday isn't the first time we've heard Narcisse's name mentioned in sexual stuff at Madison High School. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's a pattern. Okay, he's a pervert. There's nothing else to call him but that, because that's what he shows us. That's what he's been showing the. I just found out yesterday from one of the parents at Madison High School that the kids, we talking about the babies, we talking about the students at Madison High School, call him by his nickname that they gave him, which is R. Kelly. So they don't say Coach Narcisse, they say R. Kelly. You seen R. Kelly? Is R. Kelly? The males do it as well. You seen R. Kelly? Where Coach R. Kelly at? R. Kelly. They call him R. Kelly. Now, like I said, this is what they say to him. They say to each other. They don't say it to him. So you guys have a problem with me with what he said, because you don't want to hear what he said when he said, I need some of that pussy, talking about a student. When he said that, that's why they call him R. Kelly, because he makes these comments and these sly things to these girls.
Hold on. So the head football coach nickname amongst the kids is R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Okay,
A
so
parent
I
told me
think it's
that.
only fair. I think it's only fair that we give Brown a nickname. All right, so I'm gonna give her a nickname if that's cool.
Oh my God.
Doodoo Brown. Doodoo
Why
Brown.
you call it Doodoo Brown?
Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown. That's your name now.
Oh my God.
So
You
now
know,
y'all see where we at. This is not just something that just popped up.
yeah.
These kids
Yeah.
been calling him R. Kelly.
Yeah. The students been calling the man R. Kelly for some time now, from my understanding. And if the students have been calling him R. Kelly, that means that they know what's been happening. Carlotta Brown knows what's been going on. They call him R. Kelly, man. I mean,
Okay.
the students
Somebody
call
asked,
the head football. Can you imagine? I'm like I said, I went to Madison with Ray Seals. I can't imagine the students walking by talking about R. Kelly, talking about Ray Seals. I can't imagine the students walking by talking about Coach McGowan at Yates. I can't imagine the students walking by talking about Coach Houston. We was at Westbury, wasn't he? I can't imagine the students walking by saying all these negative things about the head football coach, talking about R. Kelly, calling this man a molester.
So here's
pedo,
let's switch gears. Let's switch gears, Mike. All right. Elisa Williams says, Monroe, ain't this the lady that lied about being an AKA? I don't know if she's an AKA. I didn't even dig off into it. But I know when she was an AKA, when she was in school, there was a situation of maybe shoplifting or stealing money that came up with her being an AKA. But that doesn't hold no water. We talking about AKAs. The AKAs was having meetings at the school. I did this the other day, Mike, at the meeting, right?
Yes,
the
you did.
AKAs were having meetings at the school. She was letting them use the school. Well, the problem is, a couple of years ago, HISD.
Hold on, Jerry. Wait a minute. Hold on, Jerry. Hold on. What was she doing at these meetings? How were they? Was they eating?
I don't know what she was doing, Mike.
No. Was they eating? Were they eating?
Yeah,
remember that
eating,
came
Mike.
up?
They were eating and doing whatever they do at their meetings. Let me finish.
Okay, hold on. But where did the money come from?
Mike, if you will allow me to finish, Mike.
Go ahead.
I don't know where the money came from. The money came out the budget.
Okay, all right.
The money came out the budget. Let's get that straight. Okay. But we can't afford tutors after school. But the money come out the budget for the AKA meetings. So this is how I hit them in HISD. So 2 years ago, HISD sent out a memo to all schools. You cannot just allow people to use your buildings for free. You have to send them through facilities. Now, I know that's the truth because when I was able to do my last formal Hall of Fame banquet at Yates, I had to go to facilities on 610 and Wayside. I had to fill out the paperwork, pay the deposit, make sure I paid for the officers, all of that. I said it in the meeting. This woman been letting these people use this school on the weekends, on Sundays, forever. And a lady was in the meeting. I'm not going to say her name. She was in the meeting with us with HISD. And I said, I'm not lying because that lady there was at the meetings.
Yeah.
That's a violation of district policy.
Well, actually, remember I said she was meeting them on Sunday. I said she should know, Mike. We were meeting on Saturday and Sundays. Remember that? That's actually what she said.
Yeah, but the thing is, Saturdays and Sundays, but there's no documentation that says these people paid for those buildings. They never paid for them. So the thing is, that is a violation of district policy. Not reporting these incidents to CPS is a violation of district and state law, district policy and state law. You feel what I'm saying? Covering up this stuff is not a good thing because if something was to happen to your child on this campus, you're never going to get the truth. I mean, even with the hoodies and the jackets, you know, it's cold. It's getting cold. You take the kids' jackets, you throw them away. Ain't nobody spend no money for you to throw nothing away. How you feel if one of them kids snatched your wig off your head and threw it away? And then you run around here with them 2 motherfucking twigs sticking up all over your head. How would you feel if they took your wig off and threw it away? But this is what you treat them like they're God. I know in your world, and I'm talking to her because I know she listens. In your world, we are beneath you. Those kids are beneath you. Those parents are beneath you. And when you start feeling like you the biggest cat in the room, why don't you find you a new room? Why don't you just get your stuff and go? Because I'm telling you, as long as they ready to rock, I'm ready to roll. As long as they ready to rock, I'm ready to roll. This is not going to end well. And I want to speak to the superintendent. You see this going on.
Yeah.
Negro, when you going to step up to the plate?
I just seen a nigga on TV the other day talking about 100 days.
As many Madison people in the next school board meeting and send their ass home for Christmas with something on their mind.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I just seen him on TV the other day talking about his first 100 days. You know, now you got a full-fledged scandal. What you gonna do about it? Are you gonna step up to the plate and show us who Millard House really is? Or are you gonna sit by and be the little punk that I think that you are? I'm being straight up with you because you ain't stepped up and showed us nothing up until this point. And you know them kids at Madison is being harassed by them damn coaches. Now, and you know that principal has been covering it up. Okay. And you ain't just done nothing. You ain't done a damn thing.
Mike, let's see if we show up at the board meeting, will he handle us the same way that he handled the white parents that got loose in the board meeting? Or are you planning on sicking the police on us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're not going to sit quiet while this is going on.
Yeah.
We're not going to just sit here and allow these kids to go through this, man. No. No. Mr. Superintendent, or did you come here to do what you're supposed to do, or you just another bought and paid Negro that they just sit down here? You can't let this go on.
Yep. Yep. And so he, at some point, Millard House needs to step up. Now, it was on the TV news all day, from my understanding. I was at work. I didn't get a chance to see it. But from my understanding, it was on TV news all day long. So you've had the entire day to watch this. Okay? From sun up to sundown, you've had the entire day to watch this. I need for you to step up, Millard House. I need for you to show us some balls. I need for you to stand up to the bully that they call principal at Madison High School. I need you to stand up for these children who are saying they feel uncomfortable with this coach being at the school still. I need you to do something, not just sit there like a little punk, because that's what I think you are. Excuse my language, y'all.
I ain't say that. Mike said that, Millard.
That's right.
You know what I expect you to do? You know what I expect you to do, Millard House? Let me
Not a damn thing.
Let me finish, Mike. What I expect you to do, Millard House, is to do exactly what them black politicians tell you to do right now. Ain't a black politician open their mouth today in regards to this, because they all friends with them. Ain't nobody gotten, well, all the people here that talk about the sexual violence in the city of Houston, nobody's opened their mouth because this is their friend. So as long as black girls and Latino girls are sexually abused, nobody gives a damn. So I don't expect you to do nothing that Alma Allen, Boris Miles, none of these people whatever they tell you to do, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're going to do. And I said it, and I don't give a damn which one of y'all get mad. Alma Allen, she going to tell you what to do. But ain't none of them show up over there. Ain't none of them come over there to see what's really going on with these kids at this school. That is why I like Dwight Boykins when he was city council. Because when them kids walked out of Yates, that city council member showed up. Martha Kasich Tatum, where you at? With that goddamn James Brown haircut you win. The next time I go to the goddamn to the city council meeting, Martha Kasich Tatum, can you just say what you need to say? Sibby-doo. Her bounds and people say, come on, how the mind, do the cities. But you ain't gonna say nothing to help them kids. But go sit your long sideburn ass down. I don't care nothing about you people no more. If you sit back and you let kids go through that, it is what it is. Do something about them Negro League back catchers. These goddamn cartoon characters, these clowns that have been left by the circus to deal with our children. So now the question is, what happens tomorrow? They will not release the names of the people that supposedly been removed. I had somebody analyze the tape. There were at least 7 different voices on that tape. But you saying that you reassigned 2 people. Giovanni Ponce, area superintendent, you were out there all day, and you told me to trust you. And I kept telling them kids, it ain't him that I don't trust, it's his supervisors. So out of 7 voices and a rogue principal, all y'all come up with is 2 reassignments? And then you don't want to release the names? Well, I tell you what, because they done made up their mind. Ain't no goddamn school tomorrow, partner. They're going to be right back out there. And they done already said they're going to take they Thanksgiving break, get full of that turkey, and come right back out there after they get back, and they ain't going in there again. How you want to play this game? It was 7 voices on that tape. Might talk to the people. I've got a call coming through.
All right. Well, there were 7 voices on the tape, but let me say this, and let me say this, and I'm not defending anybody. One of those voices was the person who actually sent the tape out, who sent it out because and recorded it because he wanted it all to be caught on video. So really, there's 6 people that should actually be coming up, you know, that should be going through something, because the 7th voice is the person who actually recorded it. And so, but yeah, like I say, Millard House ain't showed me nothing, man. He ain't showed me nothing, man. You know, I know he come from Missouri or something. He from the show me state. Show me something. Show me something. Right now, you acting like a big old punk, man. And y'all know how we do punks down here. Don't get it twisted, though. Y'all know how we do punks down here. Come on now, Millard House. You got to do something, man. You got to say something. You got to release a statement. You need to show up. You need to do something. Something. Troy Finner. I know you, Troy. I'm speaking to you. I know you, Troy. I done spoke with you about James Madison before, Troy. I done emailed you before about James Madison before, Troy. When you went to James Madison, Troy, you the chief of police, okay? You see these kids over here hurting. You see these kids over here going through something who came from the same neighborhood as you. Show me something. Show up. Do something. Because this is disheartening to watch and to be a part of, and no one else is even speaking up.
Let me tell you something, man. We want to blame everything on white people. This is not a white principle.
Yeah.
This is not a Republican principle. This is a black lady that's allowing this to be done to black and brown and white girls that are at their school, every nationality. None of these kids feel safe. How do you expect to learn when you don't feel safe? It doesn't happen. We are the ones that do it to ourselves. We are the ones. Like they say, if you see something, say something. It's what Chief Finna say. Well, they saying something and ain't nobody hearing them in that school. And then out of 7 people and a rogue principal, you reassign 2. And Ponce, that's who I was talking about, area superintendent, you told me to trust you, and I told you, y'all ain't gonna do what you say you're gonna do. Man, give us time. I don't need no goddamn time. Because if a kid violate a rule in that school, they get a punishment right then. Why we gotta give you time? You know why we gotta give you time? Because you don't have no stroke. And see, I'm gonna tell you something so you'll know, Mr. Ponce. So somebody need to call him and tell him. Why wasn't the area supervisor, the area superintendent over Madison, Miss Veronica Rodriguez, why wasn't she there instead of you? Those are not even your schools. She didn't, it seemed like she
Yolanda
didn't.
Rodriguez. Yolanda Rodriguez.
Yolanda
Yeah.
Rodriguez, she
Yeah.
didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Why
Let
would
me
you
say this.
send somebody else? Because you don't give a damn about the problem that's going on. This is how I feel. You're going to protect our girls. You're going to protect them by any means necessary.
Yeah. I sent that video, the audio that I have. The first person that I sent it to was Yolanda Rodriguez. I emailed it directly to her. So she has it in her email, in her possession. There's no question, there's no doubt about it. I sent it to, matter of fact, I sent it to her twice. And I can actually send it, show y'all I sent it to her twice, like right now. I sent it to her twice because the first time I sent it, I said, I sent it on an email where she had emailed me, the first time. And I sent it to her and I sent it to the investigator that I spoke to on Wednesday. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna start a whole new thread, and I started a whole new thread and sent it to them both again. I haven't gotten a response from either one of them. I want to add. When I was in there talking to the investigator the other day, she was saying, "Give me some proof. I need some proof. This and this and that. Blah 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 blah." Okay, cool. There's your proof right there. And then you have a student. Then you have a student talking. And we have a student saying on today on Jerry's live feed that the coaches have tried to come at her. What else do you need? When we were in that meeting on Wednesday, the last thing I told Yolanda Rodriguez was what? You remember Jerry? And you was like, "No, Mike, wait a minute, man. Go let her make it. She got another meeting to go to." I said, hold on. Before you leave, Jared showed you a bunch of fights on his phone that's going on in Madison. The young girl who was there, the student who was there with her mama, told us about sex and told us about the child pornography that's being made at Madison. What else do you need? She says, well, I said, no, what else do you need? And everybody shut me down because I was ready to go in on her again. What do you need? Because all this stuff has been talked about right here. And for the last hour and a half, we've been in this room and these things have been discussed right here. And you've seen the proof right here in this room. What else do you need?
What I want people to understand is you had some people saying that these kids should not be protesting. I'm going to talk directly to you black people. You know your favorite restaurant. The last time you went to it, did you go to the front door or the back door to get your food? You went through the front door. You know why you were able to go through the front door? Because some kids were now our grandfathers and great-grandfathers and great-grandmothers. They were kids fighting a battle for you to be able to do that. So don't disrespect these kids who are exercising their constitutional right to be able to do something. They're not out there. And you know what? They had their masks on even outside. A lot of kids had their masks on. They didn't violate any rules. People were getting their heads bust open in restaurants for you to be able to walk through the front door. And then you criticize some kids for protesting. Why? Why? You know why? Because you're disconnected from your history. You're totally disconnected. You Negroes think y'all done made it. You think because you got that overpriced ass house and that mortgage that you can barely pay, you think you Negroes done made it. You still on the plantation with us, bro. You still on the plantation with us, partner. So that's why it's easy for me to stand up for them, because they have a right to be able to peacefully protest. And for those kids that they locked in the school and would not allow them to come out, you have every right to get up out your desk and walk out that school. If that's what you want to do. I'm not telling you that's what you have to do. But if that's what you want to do, you can walk out of that school and peacefully protest. And you parents should allow them to do it. You don't know the hell that they're going through every day on that campus. You have somebody that does not like their own skin color running the school. And I'm gonna tell you, I know she don't like them black kids because when the Travis Scott concert came up,
Oh yeah.
they had free tickets.
Yeah.
And she went on the loudspeaker and she gave them to all Latino kids and told them,
And
y'all know why I'm doing this.
yeah.
Like, where you find this racist at?
Yeah. Or and she said, yeah, no, she said, what the girl say? She said, no, do y'all see do y'all see what I'm saying? Or do y'all see the hint I'm giving y'all? Trying to insinuate that only the Latin kids are the ones that are behaving because the black ones are not behaving. That was she was trying to insinuate. But she said it on the loudspeaker, and then she went to this child's room, the classroom that she was in, and she made the comment that only my people are the ones that don't know how to act in this school.
She does not like black people. So, ma'am, the only thing that you're missing from your wardrobe, since you're so big on how people need to dress when they come to school, the only thing you missing is your black cross, your gallon of gas, and your black sheet, and your black hoodie. You a Black Klan member running the school, man. And you hating on your own people. I didn't think AKAs did that. Are y'all like that, AKAs? Tell me. Because I don't know, man. But I'm just telling you, this woman hates her own people.
Yeah, there's a serious disconnect. Yeah. There's a serious disconnect.
So the thing is, HISD, you got a storm coming, bro. But guess what? I'm the weatherman. And I don't cut side deals when it don't benefit my people. So don't ask me to make them go into a schoolhouse that they don't want to go into. That's their decision. I'm just there to make sure that they don't violate the law and the law don't violate them. But cutting a side deal with you pirates and you vampires down on 4400 West 18th Street that don't give a damn about black children, that don't give a damn about Latino children. Where's all these groups? During the election, all these people had all this to say. These unions, where the union at? You ain't got a problem with this school not having enough teachers? Or you don't give a damn because you ain't making no money off of it? But where all these people at that they care so much about people? You have a school board with 9 female school board members that have yet to open their mouth about what's going on over there with them Latino and them black girls. That in itself speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Mike, give them your final thoughts.
Hey man, all I really want to say in final thoughts, man, is this. Talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. Talk to your kids and find out from them the truth of what's going on in Madison.
Well, don't go nowhere. I'm going to give my final thoughts. That I'm proud of anybody that stands up for what they believe in. I will rock with you no matter what. You kids have my heart. And I tell you something. I lost an election and I could have said to hell with the harm Clark community because you didn't support me. And actually, I'm going to tell you the real. The hell with the harm Clark community. I get on for the kids. Them kids tug at my heart. So I'm going to always get on for them no matter what. I ain't got to deal with you grown folk. I ain't got to deal with you grown folk. But I'm going to tell you what. These are my final thoughts right here. Remember this, HISD. I ain't the type to start drama. I'm the type to finish. Say, it's a reason I'm the best in the business, man. Every night, 7 o'clock, YouTube and Facebook. It's the war zone. I want to thank my good friend Mike Patterson, Madison alumni. But you know what? You know who I am. I'm the 5-star general. My Marlins get ready. Because 5-star be there early in the morning. Got to get me some more batteries for my bullhorn. But I'm ready to go, baby. Sometimes God got to take you through hell to get you to heaven. HISD, you know Lucifer? You about to meet him. Until tomorrow, I'll holler at you.